this is Kate from Generate Magic, and today I want to talk about what happens when you turn your back on something or something falls out of your life, whether it's a spiritual practice or a project or a connection with another person. And so sometimes when you want to re-establish that connection, there's a certain fear or a certain guilt that goes along with it, right? Because you're afraid, well, maybe they'll be angry at me because I was away for so long. And I feel like this often happens with friends, right? And especially when we become adults, it can become very easy to get busy, to get caught up in our lives, and just to lose touch with people. And so then I'm almost sometimes afraid to contact somebody because I'm afraid, yeah, they'll be angry at me for having been out of touch for so long. And same thing with my family. There's been times in my life where I've been out of touch with my family, either deliberately or sometimes I would just get really caught up in life. And every single time that I have come back to those people, not only have they not been angry with me, but they've always been delighted to see me. And it always comes back to the parable of the prodigal son, right? And the son, he feels so ashamed, right, when he's returning and he says, Father, I have sinned, I've been a terrible son. And but not only does his father, accept him back, but his father comes running back, right? And so it's this whole idea, a lot of us, you might not like to use the word God, but a lot of us have some sort of spiritual practice, right? And then sometimes we become jaded or we just become distracted and we fall out of touch with this practice. But every time we return to God, God always welcomes us back with open arms, and God always just comes rushing back to us. And it's like no time has passed at all. And finally, there's a group that I volunteer with. I mentioned them before, called Right Girl. They're a wonderful organization. They do offer mentoring and writing workshops for teen girls. And I hadn't been to a lot of the volunteer events in a long time. And so I was feeling kind of, guilty about that. And then finally, I went to an event the other day, and one of the organizers, she pointed me out, and she was like, "Oh, I'm so happy, to see you back." And then with projects, so with my writing, I had fallen out of writing for a long time, and I had this novel I think I mentioned, that's been kind of an ongoing thing for 10 years, and probably close to 10 years at this point, if not more. And writing, it's always been, since childhood, like publishing a novel has always been like a dream of mine, and that's what I went to school for. And so there would be like this certain amount of guilt almost and shame when people would ask me, well, where's your novel? And there would be nothing to show for it. And so finally returning back to this writing practice after being out of it for so long, and really just making a commitment out of it, and committing to at least 2 hours every single day. And it's really just it always feels so good when you get back to it, and when you reestablish that connection with God, and reestablish that connection with other people in your life that perhaps you haven't spoken with in a long time, with friends and family. And every single time it always just feels amazing, and they'll always be so grateful to hear from you. And so if there's any sort of fear that comes with it, there's really nothing to fear. There's nothing bad that can come out of it. And so that's what I want to encourage you to do today, whether it's a spiritual practice, a project, or a person that you've fallen out of touch with, to regain that connection today. And don't tell yourself that you'll do it tomorrow, because as we all know, tomorrow quickly turns into another tomorrow, but do it today and really just see how it feels. And in fact, I would love for you to report in the comments what you've done today, and what project or spiritual practice or what person you've reestablished the connection with today. And so with that, thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.